u welkom heten bij deze sessie, waar wij het zullen hebben over onderwijs en innovatie. Mijn naam is Alban en ik ben uw moderator voor de komende 3 uren. Voordat we van start gaan, wil ik een paar huishoudelijke afspraken met u maken. Zoals u, ja, ik neem aan dat u er gisteravond was, maar we hebben als doelstelling vandaag dat wij na de presentatie van meneer Navarro en de informatie van de panelleden een korte discussie kunnen houden. Maar we willen eindigen vandaag met een aantal concrete acties om ontwikkelingen in ons land te stimuleren. Dus dat betekent dat wij strak ons zullen houden aan de tijd. We gaan het delen in 3 categorieën. Het eerste deel is de presentatie, waarna u vragen kunt stellen, meer ter informatie, want daarom zullen we in discussie gaan. U krijgt dan voor de panelleden 10 minuten de tijd om hun deel te doen, waarna we in discussie kunnen gaan. We zullen zo dan met de panelleden samen een uur bezig zijn. En na dat uur willen we dan overgaan om te kijken welke concrete acties we kunnen destilleren uit hetgeen we vandaag samen bediscussiëren. Ik wil vragen dat we ons daaraan houden, zodat we dan ook aan het eind van de dag kunnen kijken wat we met z'n allen kunnen gaan doen. Wanneer we de concrete acties hebben gedefinieerd, is het ook wel goed als we mensen kunnen identificeren die kunnen trekken, deze acties kunnen gaan helpen uitvoeren. Het is de bedoeling dat we na 2 maanden willen gaan launchen Competitiveness programma. En dan willen we deze acties direct ook daar presenteren. Dus graag ook kijken als u in bij een van de activiteiten zelf ook nog zou kunnen helpen om dat verder uit te werken. Ik zag een vinger daar. We zorgen ervoor dat er voor de Engels spreker een vertaling komt. Bedankt voor de opmerking. For the English speaking audience, we will have a translator in the booth, so you can follow the discussions when we are speaking in Dutch. We gaan direct van start. Ik wil direct aan u voorhouden onze inleider van vanmorgen. Dat is de heer Juan Carlos Navarro. Juan Carlos Navarro is a science and technology technical leader in the Competitiveness and Innovation Division of the Inter-American Development Bank. Hij is er vanaf 1997 en hij heeft daar verschillende activiteiten gedaan die te maken hebben met development, technical assistance en het ontwerpen en implementeren van programma's in de gebieden van education, onderwijs, science and technology and innovation. Hij heeft in 20 landen in Latijns-Amerika en de Caribbean zijn werkzaamheden verricht. En hij is als IDB-consultant vandaag hier bij ons om ons zijn inleiding te geven. Dat getiteld is Education and Innovation, Importance of Innovation, Assignment of Education with Priority Economic Sectors. Education, Technology and Innovation. Mr. Navarro.
Thank you, Mr. Holden. Let me tell you what it. I apologize for my ignorance of Dutch, but if there is something I need to know before start about the rules of the game, tell me, because since there is no translation, I couldn't follow anything except my own CV, which I so I hope just signal if you need me to stop or anything, and I think we can go on. One thing I don't know is that I understand there is a panel. Maybe you explained this. I'm sorry, but am I supposed to finish and then the panel will start, or we'll have questions before the panel? That's one thing I want to know.
Sorry for that. We will have, after you finish, we will have a short period for questions to you.
Okay.
And then the panel will start their sessions.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Okay, well, thank you very much. It's a real honor to be here. And I'm honored by the invitation and the opportunity from the government of Suriname on behalf of the IB and the Complete Caribbean Initiative Project. I think this is an exceptional opportunity to discuss issues that were highlighted by our two initial keynote speakers yesterday evening and this morning, the governor of the central bank himself. And I think you will see that I'm trying to connect with those discussions in this particular area. Skills, innovation, and competitiveness. So I'm trying to tie up the links between issues of innovation, technology, competitiveness, and skills. It's not necessarily easy. I think it's natural, and I hope you will see that by the end of the presentation. It's very natural, the link, but it may be a bit complex as we go on. But please bear with me, and do not hesitate in asking any question or any clarification. This is the outline, broad outline of the presentation. I will do a very quick overview of the competitive position of Suriname. You have heard that in the RUPRA. My colleague from the ADB yesterday evening did a more detailed overview, so I won't repeat that because I take for granted that you are more than aware of this. Just to link, as I said, with my real topic, then I need to establish a notion, the notion of a knowledge-driven economy, which is important for tying up all these issues that we are trying to deal with. So we'll spend some time trying to clarify what is this and how should it be used to guide us and to clarify the issues. Then I will attack three issues: innovation, technology, and ICTs, skilled labor force, and business climate, that are all part of the same issue, how to promote the knowledge economy or knowledge-driven economy, as we will see. And when I discuss them, I necessarily have to be brief. I will provide some highlights or some sort of a snapshot of the situation in Trinidad as long as we know it. And then I will provide some perspective in the sense of, from an international comparative perspective, what we know about how to deal with these issues, what is being done in our experiences, so that we'll have some sort of framework for each of them generally. And then at the end comes the commercial. So I'll tell you what we do and what we can do. We are already doing things with you in this area, but we do a lot of things all over Latin America and the Caribbean. And I want to spend a few slides just telling you more detail what exactly we have to offer, if anything, to you. As you may notice, given the topic, if you remember Inda's presentation yesterday, he said that competitiveness can be approached from three perspectives. The behavior of the exchange rate, so is the local economy competitive when it tries to export? And it had very good data to offer. It can be approached from the point of view of business practices and strategy and environment. This is the competitive indexes and things like that, that as I just reminded you, he went through, and I will go through very briefly. And then there was a third perspective, and that is how does competitiveness looks from the perspective of innovation, a knowledge-driven economy. And he said, I'm not going to say one word about this because I have no information at all. So now I have to give you this presentation about an issue where we have no information at all, almost, about Suriname. But I'll try to do my best. And one big point I have at the beginning, I will reiterate that at the end, is that we have to get information. Okay? We have to. This is a big message of this presentation. If there is one, we need more information than what we have to deal correctly with these things. Okay, so this is, again, very quickly, the competitive outlook of Suriname. You can see there, if you look at the the column of Suriname, that, you know, there are things that are not that bad, and there are things that are really seriously problematic, you know. Of course, market size, which, you know, is the size of the economy, in a way you could say there is very little we can do about it, but of course, there is the issue of exports, you know, and we know that if you take the big sectors that the former presentation was highlighting, the mining, you take the mining out, Suriname exports less than the average of Caribbean countries, for instance. So you can expand your market if you do it. Your domestic market is what it is, but you can expand your horizons economically if you export more, and this is an issue we have to look at. Then, in the red, you have things like technological readiness, business sophistication, innovation, higher education and training, and that weighs a lot in terms of putting you in the red rather than in the yellow or in the green. You know? So this is the initial springboard for talking about what we are trying to have a conversation today. Innovation, labor skill, skilled labor, business practices, sophistication, business climate, technology are key to you having some chance of going up in the standards of international competitors and competitors. You have to act on this. This can be seen clearly, here. In the center, you have the Suriname. This is again the World Economic Forum spider web graphs. You have each axis is one of the elements of competitiveness, and you see Suriname in the center, a bit larger, and is compared to the average in that category of countries. So I'll get back to it in a minute. But you see that, you know, when you look at, for instance, things like macroeconomic environment, Suriname is up to standards. We have just seen how good it is. Yeah? Infrastructure, it's all right. I know we always have to keep working on updating the infrastructure, but comparatively, it looks good. Yeah? But when you see that the lines separate, the circles separate, it's in things like business sophistication, again, innovation, higher education and training. Those are the areas that are the weakest. No? And in the World Economic Forum classification, Suriname is what they call an efficiency-driven economy. Okay? As opposed to what? I left here on the left-hand side Nicaragua. Nicaragua is classified in the first, in group 1, which is factor-driven. So all they do is that they have some natural endowments and they use them, and they try to live out of it. But they haven't done inroads into getting organized as a modern economy. Suriname is past that. It's in the second, which is an efficiently, not necessarily fully efficient, but efficiency-driven economy. Okay, so it has put its act together. We've just seen, and it continues to do so. Now, what is the next stage? The number 3, innovation-driven. There is not one country in Latin America or the Caribbean that is in that category. Okay, there you will find a place like South Korea, for instance. It's an innovation-driven economy. Finland. Most of the advanced economies.